But yeah, the thing is, my channel niche has to center on storyline. I don't care how many times I ignore storyline on TED Talks, or screenplays, or comics, or noveling, or light novels, or visual novels, or even just any cartooning in particular. I have to center on storyline, because if I don't do that, I'm going to be ignoring one of the biggest parts of my insight, which is the way I pursue my beliefs through the cult meaning, which is relevant enough to make a storyline. Not everything I do is storyline and is cult meaning, but there is quite a bit of it that has a lot of seeing the world differently and otherwise just being a very good person of character, not to mention my insight again. Not to mention I'll push that, but there you go. The niche of the channel will now be vlogging, and anything that is claymation related in the future will just happen as it does, and there will even be feature content that is claymation related, and even actual claymations that are really long, like Project Tether episodes, for instance. If that ever becomes a thing, and I'm not even kidding, if that becomes a thing, that will be on my channel. Otherwise, the niche will be vlogging, and deep docs will be on par with that, and some other projects and experiments, etc. Some original soundtrack, I hope, which will be part of the vlogging, I presume. Maybe part of the actual vlogs, who knows. A vague 5 to 15 or more years of figuring out what to devote to this, the whole experience of content creation, before truly moving on, at minimum. Or otherwise tell myself at some point in the future that I would, whichever point it is in the future, that I would stop making content for good, or stop for a long time and then come back, or stop for a little while and come back, or stop for a hiatus, short hiatus, come back. Whichever of those are. And then know for sure whether or not I was going to have a move on to the next level of what my content would be next. And that's when I would know that my end game was to make the most out of my content creation experience, whether it means I stop making content or not. So I just want to make this video. It's not going to be necessarily quick, but it will be a video nonetheless. I might try to cover a few points in the middle of this video, but for one thing I just want to get clear. I think I'm going to try a different niche from claymations for now. I'm still going to keep the claymations I have right now. I'm still going to make more claymation in the future, but I'm not going to necessarily focus on them for now. I'm going to try to put them in the back pocket as I suggested long ago from my friends. Not that I didn't take that advice already, but I just, I have the claymation in the back pocket and keep it with me whether I use it or not in the meantime. And it's not gone for good. It's just gonna be in the back pocket. So I'll make fun of the claymations and I'll tell you guys about them if I ever want to. But if I'm ever down for that. But it won't be too slow either. It will be like I promise I'll tell you guys when I've done something. Depending to the second is the idea that stereotypes or standards, at the very least, the bare minimum, even aesthetic actually itself, the actual art style things. There is a reason that they exist, and they're comparable, contrastable to other things. This is why I even back up even things like materialism and all that. I mean that when they're able to compare and contrast with other things, they can still be useful even if they're not meant to happen. But yeah, I can elaborate that on another video if I need to. This is a video for this, but I can elaborate on it all. So, duration fetish. This is not just about fear of death or